Hey, this is Red coming to you live from the Comedy Store for a brand new episode of Kill Tony. Here's your host, Tony Hickscliffe.
Whoa, everybody, hello. Hi, everyone. Okie dokie. Fuck yeah. And a beautiful Monday to you as well. Believe it or not, to you listeners out there, there's a packed crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
How fun.
Standing room.
Another beautiful day. Fucking...
Is this thing getting lower? This thing hanging from the ceiling? Because I swear to God, I don't remember being that low.
There's a whole thing going on. It turns out these $1 Chinese balls fall apart very easily. I keep them in the trunk of my car, and I can't. The way I go through traffic, like it's such a joke that I have these. I could have folded them in on themselves. I could have taken the extra, about 4 seconds to do that and preserve them because they all just fold up. But after the show, I'm just like, what the fuck? And I throw it back there, and the sword's bouncing around with them, and it breaks them.
You should have. I mean, if they were only $1, you should probably have bought like 400.
This one was $10.
Oh, yeah.
And I needed to have it.
Is that like, do you protect this one more than the other ones? Like, do you keep this one in the back seat?
Oh, I always fold that. That one folds up easier than the really rinky-dinky ones. But I need to get more. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Patriot, bring some... Iron Patriot's here, everybody. Our head of security here. That's there he is.
Hey, do you think we'll ever really have a barbecue roast ever? Because you said that's about barbecue roast.
Well, that's what it means. He's talking about the translation of the favorite of the hanging.
See, I like to think it's just roast, like we're roasting people, kind of. And Tony's known for the roast, so...
Yeah, well, I saw that one specifically. There must have been like 50 of them hanging, and I didn't want to bother these Chinese people that were working there. Even though, that's what they do, is they sell these hanging things. Chinatown's amazing, by the way. I need to tell you guys that. Go there some afternoon with a couple hours to kill. It's so much fun. It's different than other shitty mini towns of different cultures. Everybody tries to pull that off, but the Chinese are really good at it. Can have a nice lunch, walk around, see all these freaky Chinese. They're all like missing limbs and shit. It's like so crazy. It's fun.
Found out something crazy today. I talk about the Olive Garden a lot on a lot of the podcasts I do. It's kind of like an inside joke that's been going on for about 1.5 years. I bring it up on the Joe Rogan podcast almost every episode of Death Squad. Somehow I try to sneak an Olive Garden.
You're notorious. You've done more advertising for Olive Garden than they have.
Right. And so they found a way to hire me, but not hire me. They now have a thing where every Death Squad and Joe Rogan podcast, they sponsor it on YouTube, and so they throw their advertising in front of it now. So now if you watch like a Joe Rogan podcast and there's a commercial, 90% of the time it's going to be Olive Garden.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I get no money for that.
You know what's next, right?
Right.
They're just going to come straight to you.
Right. Well, I hope so.
With just all-you-can-eat tickets galore.
Well,
you're going to have so many never-ending pasta bowls.
See, I don't think so. I think they found a way not to pay me. So I think from now on, if you guys saw this on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube and you saw a commercial before, Olive Garden is the shittiest food that you will ever eat.
Oh, how dare you.
I had allegedly heard that there's shit in every single one of their fucking meals. They put a little... Actually, there's a Vice documentary you have to watch. It's called Poop Tea. I guess in Korea, back in the day, they used to make this poop tea out of kids' poop. They take like a 7-year-old kid's poop, put it in some water, let it ferment, whatever that word is, and they like cook it overnight and stuff like that. And this poor Vice reporter from Japan was like trying to investigate this poop tea, and she had to drink it. And it is the grossest documentary you'll ever see, and it will be another thing to add to what the fuck is wrong with Asian people.
How did we go from Olive Garden to that?
Because it tastes the same. That's how.
Oh my god. Holy shit.
Allegedly.
I gotta give it to you, Brian. You are the only man in show business that avidly goes after his advertisers.
But
you want to be part of this?
You know what? I do. The only shit I get from Olive Garden is people give me Olive Garden gift cards and breadsticks. So I do get stuff from the Olive Garden, but not from the Olive Garden.
They physically bring you.
Yeah, they come to
breadsticks?
shows, and I think it's cute to give me like a gift certificate, which is nice. But I'm not going to eat at that shitty restaurant that many times. So. Just kidding.
I like those breadsticks. I'd like to dip them in the Alfredo sauce.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah, the Alfredo dipping sauce is pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty. That'll put a smile on your face every time.
Perfect hangover food.
Right.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I like that Ice Ass Chronicles that you guys did on Friday with Jason Tebow. I hadn't seen him in a long time.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Really fun one on
Yeah,
Friday.
and Tony, I heard that you liked the show House of Cards, and I wanted to tell you, I watched all 13 episodes of that back in February.
Heck yeah.
And do you know that girl on there, Kate Mara? The real hot girl,
Yeah.
the little reporter girl that
Yep.
Kevin Spacey
Yes.
had a good time with?
Yes.
She was on American Horror Story. Did you ever see her on that show?
No.
She didn't really turn me on that, but man, she made me go crazy on House of Cards.
Wow.
Jeez. Was that a
You know,
woo?
those are some cute little feet on that.
We have learned about this growing foot fetish.
And you know what I want to say is, I noticed on the Joe Rogan Experience that I'm not alone. Because Grapefruit Simmons, he
Yeah.
likes feet too.
That's true. He is. He was.
AKA Grapefruit Simmons.
Yeah. You should send him a picture of your feet. See what he does. Just
I don't
like
think
an
he likes my
experiment.
feet.
Yeah, but who knows? Maybe like if you like a foot fetish, you probably go buy on feet. It's not like that. What's gonna fuck you? You just love the beauty of a foot.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how that works.
Are you sure?
Would you put a guy's foot in your mouth?
No, I don't. I like the cute girls' feet, like the ballerina or like to massage them during a nice movie or something. Nothing kinky. You could just appreciate a cute girl's foot. I mean,
When you dated when you had your African American girlfriend back in Texas, did you ever play with her?
no, we just flirted around. We didn't actually do anything, but Red Man, you said you liked that Miley Cyrus.
Whoa, wait a second. That was a quick segue there.
You want to get out of that? You didn't like her feet, did you? Were they dry?
They weren't really my style.
Oh, she just didn't take
But
care
I'll
of them.
tell you one thing
When you say
about the female brothers is I do like Halle Berry's feet. Halle Berry has some cute feet.
about the female
I
brother?
saw it in that Flintstone movie. Damn. You know who has bad feet? I'm going to tell you who has bad feet. I was on one of the last episodes of Hannah Montana as an extra, and Miley Cyrus has some ugly feet.
What?
Ugly. And you would think they would be cute because she has it, and Selena Gomez, she has some ugly feet. I saw her on a Sears commercial. And you would think that they would, because you see their face and you go down the body, you think, ooh, these are going to be good. And then you go, oh.
Wait a second. How old was she in this episode?
What, are you trying to make me out to be an old man pervert?
Well, I mean, like, isn't that show when she was like 15 or 14?
Well, no, it was one of the last episodes. It was right before it ended. So she was already ready.
I love
She
how
was
you
ready to get crazy.
Are you trying to make me look like a pervert? Is that what you're doing? And meanwhile, he's like, yeah, she was 14.
No, it was right at the end. So, she was getting to where she wanted to go crazy.
I mean, she was starting to develop a little.
Yeah. Yeah, did you see that video how she got in the alphabet soup, it spells out twerk in the little spoon, his little cute part, and then they cut some fingers off and some Pepto-Bismol shoots out.
That is a great video.
Yeah, do you have to be a big butt to twerk, or can the skinny girls twerk too?
No, they can't twerk.
Can they?
No. Is Sarah dresses here?
What happens if they try?
Huh?
What happens if they try? Like, what comes out?
Sadness? I don't know.
But that song really was for Rihanna, and it's a house party. It sounds like a love song, but it's about a house party where all kinds of debauchery is going on.
Well, no, everyone's on Molly. You've done Molly.
Yeah, I
before,
heard
right?
him talk about that in the song. I did mushrooms one time a long time ago. I haven't done it in a long time, but
What
maybe I'll be
happened?
going to Joshua Tree with you next year.
Yeah, that'd be great. You gotta wear the suit.
Yeah. Hopefully I'll have air conditioning by then.
When you did do mushrooms, how'd that go for you?
Oh, it was very deep, man. I mean, I've always been pondering the mysteries of the universe. I mean, you do realize, Tony, you're inside your own bubble, and I'm inside my own bubble. And we're each filtering in our perception of reality through our belief system.
Fuck yeah, everybody. There you go.
It's like, you might not see the same thing I see tomorrow. You might see Obama get assassinated, and I don't even see that shit.
Whoa.
Hey, now we're...
Wait a second. Why did any of us see that?
It's just an example, but when you see me,
Oh my god.
Just
it's
you
just an
say...
example.
Do you guys realize that if Obama got assassinated tomorrow, we're all going to prison?
Do you guys understand both you saying that now put Death Squad on some kind of government list?
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is, in my reality, I wouldn't even be seeing that. It would be a normal day where Obama's going around smiling and it's normal, but I adjust around. You would see my image adjust that I agree that I saw the same thing on the news.
Now, one of the things that we noticed last week is that an interesting fun fact about the Patriot is that the actual, if there is, say, a human being under there, he's from Texas, and he...
What if we took off his helmet once
and it was
there
just
was
a
nothing
fucking
there?
robot.
I could compare it to, I'm kind of like a turtle. I'm inside a shell. I'm like a little turtle in there.
What if it was just Chip and Dale on each other's shoulders the whole time?
No, I'm about 5'11".
Well, he's from Texas, and we noticed that he's accidentally racist at times.
No, I'm not.
It's kind of like hanging out with your
I like the
grandmother.
brothers.
You like the brothers? He calls black
sisters.
women. He calls black women female brothers.
Well, I guess I should say sisters, but then you might think it's some other kind of sister. The chocolate sisters.
Well, no, just take off the ego
By the way,
like all the other words.
This is what I'm talking about when I say accidental racism. He's got good intentions. He has no idea what he's saying.
Don't get us off to a bad start, because Willie Hunter's on today. We don't want to get out of a bad start.
Oh, see, that makes it weird too that you would say that.
Yeah.
That's another example of accidental racism.
Yeah.
Like you're just trying to be positive and move on, but you don't realize that how it comes across.
You know what
Well,
was
we
so-
don't
you know
want to
what
talk
was so
about the
crazy?
brothers. Willie Hunter's coming on tonight.
You know what was so crazy today is I happened to get on a bus that was earlier than the one I usually get on, and at the Orange and Sunset.
Wait, don't give away anybody's address here, Patriot.
No, at the Orange stop. Willie got on. I was like, that's the guest on our show tonight.
Wait a second, you shared the bus tonight with our guests?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We might as well just bring him up and get him right into the mix.
Yeah.
Tonight's guest is one of my best friends, one of the funniest people I know, the future of whatever he wants to do in all of comedy. One of my smartest pals. He's a writer on Dion Cole's Black Box. He's also a producer on that show. And he's a regular host here at the Comedy Store. Put your hands together for my pal, the one and only, the great Willie Hunter. The great Willie Hunter, everyone. I purposefully just sat down second because, and you're the first guest that I've ever done that for, because you're so old school late night that I thought maybe you'd get a kick out of sitting down first.
Thank you.
Willie's one of my funniest pals.
I don't know what to say after that.
He's so he has an amazing like old school style to him, meets new school, and he's always fun. Willie, what's been going on? When you saw the Iron Patriot on the bus, and you knew you were coming to do this show,
I was very excited.
what went through your mind?
I said, "Oh, we're doing a show together."
You said that to him?
Yeah.
And what'd he say? What'd you say in your words?
I said, what's up? I gave him a little knuckles. But the thing is, he didn't get off at the same exit as me. I was going to escort him in style to the club and have a little conversation, but he got off on another stop.
He waited an extra stop so he didn't have
No,
to
I got
walk
off
in.
early. I don't want to be seen with him.
Oh, you got off on the last
Come on.
back.
Come on, the Patriot's our friend.
The Patriot. I'm sure the Patriot.
In private.
Did the Patriot?
In public, we don't know each
Can I
other.
ask you something, Willie?
Sure.
I went to your Twitter page and I saw a black man, and I knew I recognized the picture, and I typed in Google black tennis player, and it was Arthur Ashe. Is he like a hero of yours? Because he has a fascinating life. I read about him on Wikipedia today.
Wow.
How many black people do you know?
No, I didn't know he contracted AIDS in the early
All right.
Another moment in accidental racism with the Iron
It
Patriot.
was from a blood
Hey,
transfusion.
we gotta figure out. What we gotta do right now is we have to figure out a new sound effect.
Accidental racist.
That's the new. From now on,
I don't know if I should be up here.
it's great. It's beautiful. Nobody better. Another fun fact why this is even doubly great is because Willie's one of my friends who I always. We have been marinating in this chamber known as the Comedy Store for at least together half a decade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been over 5 years since I've been out here.
Yeah. And he's
Birthday
one
next
of the
week.
guys that I always do black jokes in front of. Sometimes I pretend like he's not there. A lot of the times when he's walking in, when it's me and a few white guys, I always yeah, but because he's black. You know what I mean? I always make a point, and it's always a. And it's probably our biggest inside joke. Well, I mean, we have a lot, but one of the bigger ones is that I don't mind being racist to you because you have the best sense of humor.
I think it's because I just say silly stuff, and you always capture the ones that you can cling racist thoughts to.
Something.
Yeah. You know? Like, I was thinking about saying, like, you guys are just monkeying around up here.
Right.
And then you, of course, pounced on that.
He has. Why don't you sing a verse from that one song about bananas, real quick?
I wanna share my banana, share it all with you. I wanna share my banana, make this love so true. I wanna share
All
my
right, that's
banana.
great. There you go.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Boom. Monkey see, monkey. Can't believe I almost cut
Is
you
that an
off.
original song?
I almost cut him off before the monkey
So
see, monkey
he was
do.
writing that song down one
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, last
I wanted to
episode.
hit that line, but that's okay. Yeah, that was fun performing that last week. That was the story about two monkeys named Jacob and Latidra.
All right.
my
let's
God.
get this comedy thing
Where's the
going
verse?
now. This is enough
That doesn't
racist
count
stuff.
on that one?
What?
I go, where's the
Oh,
verse?
there, I forgot it.
Maybe we need a better one.
All right, I'll find one.
We need a
Oh
better
my
accent.
God.
All right.
That's what we'll figure out today.
But I also watched the Willie Hunter show on YouTube. You guys should check this out if you haven't checked on YouTube. It's called the Will Hunter Show. And very good. It was like a Jay Leno with Saturday Night Live or something. I saw Jeremiah. He makes these commercials during the show. It's funny as shit, man. And Tony was even on there. Tony Grinchcliffe, because it was Christmas time.
Yeah, it was for your Christmas special.
Bill Burr was on there. And I was
Yeah.
impressed. I mean, it's nice. I mean, I liked the whole intro and the music. I loved it.
I made Bill Burr laugh during that.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's not easy to do.
Right.
Yeah, you told me you have great respect for him. He's the ultimate.
Who?
Bill Burr.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
told me, and he said he really works hard at it too. It's no chance. It's no luck.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, it's very
They
good.
all do. All the best ones do.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Willie, actually not my favorite thing, that would be rude if I said that way. One of my favorite things about Willie is how he runs.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the best things. It's more of a hop, like he wants, like the floor is on fire.
It's very, like, animated.
It's kind of like
long strides.
A gallon.
But yeah, it's like do you do that like on purpose? Because it's funny as fuck when you do it.
Sometimes I catch myself running it and I see people laughing. I was like, well, I think I'm doing this on purpose now. So I keep doing it and people keep laughing. So now I'm like, is this original or is this like
You
one of
got
those
it.
Dean Del Rey type things, like his voice?
Well, that's
One time Dean Del Rey did an impression of Dean Del Rey to me. Like, Mr. Butch? I was like, wait a minute, this is too much for me. It's like,
Dean Del overload.
yeah.
I recently beat Tinder. I got to the end of it, and
I'm still swiping.
yeah, and one of the things is the how I beat it, the boss battle and everything. She said that you saw. She's only been to the Comedy Store once, and there was two people that she said were one of the funniest people she's ever seen, and you were one of them. And I thought that was really cool. That
Who said this?
this boss battle girl that I met on Tinder, she's only been to the Comedy Store once.
Some chick you met.
Thank you. My fans.
You're one of the two.
People on Tinder.
There you go.
Oh, I was just gonna say I thought that was interesting. Meet somebody and she's
Yeah.
pointed you out.
I
All
went
the
to,
millions of comics that are here.
Sometimes it's weird. You'd be surprised who knows you. just randomly at places. You know, and sometimes they try to say encouraging things, but it just hurts. Like I did La Jolla this past weekend, and some guy came up to me, he was drunk, and he was like, "Man, I remember seeing you here 2 years ago." I was like, "Oh, thanks." Leaps and bounds, man. Leaps and bounds.
So true.
Thank you, I guess.
In La Jolla especially, it's such a funny call. La Jolla, you really get these people that think they know everything, you know what I mean? And it's their big night in comedy. So they want to share, and it's great, by the way. It's beautiful. Because sometimes it's the most amazing compliment you've ever gotten in your life. But that's rare on the numbers, because it almost always has a... One thing that I've noticed is that I can't stand getting a compliment and then they say somebody else on the show they didn't like. First of all, that's just negative. I don't want to hear about them not liking somebody else.
I kind of want to know.
But the worst part is when you think that person's funny and they didn't like that person and they just complimented you, and all of a sudden that compliment means nothing to you. So you're like, well, you're a dumb fucking idiot because that person's not even funny at all.
Well, I got one that can beat that. When someone comes up, say me and you just perform, and then like this girl comes up and just goes up to you and is like, "You are so funny,"
Right.
and then walk away.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, "What about me?"
Oh yeah, or where they go, "Hey, can you take the picture?"
That's always my role, the picture guy.
Yeah. Right. Well, you know what goes on here. One of the reasons why Willie is was booked for this, why I'm so excited to have him here, is because he hosts the hardcore, the one and the only, the true open mic of LA comedy. That's the open mic here at the Comedy Store every Sunday and Monday. It's been going on for like 30 some years. It's a tradition of huge reputation and magnitude. David Letterman got his original work from hosting that show, and Carson coming in and seeing him host. And since then, all the people that have really gotten that treatment and have marinated in that for years, like Willie has, he's notorious as the host here, it's always a launching pad. Chelsea Handler did it for a long time. Some of the funniest people that we know, you know, the Ari Shafirs, the Steve Ranazizis, the Kevin Christies. It's a huge part of being in
Bob
touch.
Saget.
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Jim
True.
Carrey.
Michael Keaton.
That's a big one. And I heard he was a great host.
Argus Hamilton.
That's a big one.
Okay, no Argus fans out there.
So his input is that he sees a lot of comedy, and at that open mic, you know, every 3 minutes he's up and down off the stage having to keep a show afloat. And who knows if the person did great or bad. Anyway, he sees a lot of it, and he's used to keeping a sinking ship from falling. So I think he's going to fit into this format perfectly, where we draw comedians out of a bucket. They do 1 minute of perhaps new material, perhaps old material if they might want punched up or something like that.
This is how you intro all the shows?
Sometimes it's different. Like, it's one last stabilizing thing before we just lose into debauchery for an hour and 15 minutes or so. So this is their last hurrah.
I'm excited. Is this like a Royal Rumble or something?
It is. It's always exciting. It's always fun. Sometimes the Patriot has input.
Yes. I like the comment on the comedians. I'm a big fan of comedy. You know, sometimes I might have something in common with you, Willie. Because sometimes people have race confusion when it comes to me. They think I'm black when I'm really white. Has anybody ever thought you were white when they hurt you or something?
That's it. Accidental racism. What up?
Jesus.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I heard you on a podcast or something.
It has happened once.
Okay, good. Thanks for
I was
being
trying to
on.
get a bartender job at a Japanese steakhouse when I lived in Alabama. And I called up and I said, "Hey, you know, here inquiring about the job." And I was like, "Yeah, come on down. So I go on down and I was like, "Hey, I'm here for the position." And he looked at me and goes like, "Position filled." So he thought I was a white guy over the phone, and when I got there, he's like, no.
Yeah, we have something in common now.
Sure.
Because on Kill Tony 8, this Teddy Ray comedian, he thought I was black. On Kill Tony 8.
Well, yeah, but you're wearing a suit, man.
Yeah.
A suit of armor that covers everything.
Yeah, but I got a lot of soul too. They think I'm like one of the Soul Brothers.
This is unacceptable behavior.
That's the one. That's the one.
That might be the new sound.
What's funny is that like I'm using this program, it's the sound program, and they have like little pictures for each sound, and the picture is actually a black guy for some reason.
Oh yeah. It is.
That's weird.
Well,
Okay.
here we go. Everybody gets 60 seconds. I'm gonna pull our first name out of the bucket. Sometimes
and-
we just talk to them about life.
And by the way, you get 1 minute, and you'll hear the 1 minute charm, which is, and if you go over that 1 minute, you keep on going, you'll get the West Hollywood Bear.
And if you get that bear, you're in big fucking trouble.
Because you get banned from the club.
The first person coming on stage tonight is Daria Lauren. Oh wow.
This.
Well, it's good that happened. You know what that sound means. She just got blacklisted from the show for life.
And Bobby Lee said
Whoa, for life?
for
Yep.
life. That's Bobby Lee.
And they're banned from the Comedy Store for 4 months.
Man, you guys should show up for this thing.
Your first comedian tonight is Lil Bro. Here he comes.
I just realized, man, being out in LA, that there are no gay men out in LA. Just men that just gave up from trying to get laid. You know, it's like, it's so hard to get laid out here by a woman. They just give up and just, hey, man, you want to sleep with me? Fuck it. Let's do it. You know, I'm thinking like, when they think they're not gay, like, you might not be gay, but the dude sucking your dick is. Like, you might not be gay, but the dude sucking your dick, he's definitely gay as hell.
Lil Bro, I've seen you here a couple times. I've gotten to know you over the last... You've been out here how long now? Just like a couple months?
Yeah, like 4 months.
Yeah. Very, very funny. We always make fun of each other in like the parking lot. We go off on these... what do we call that? What's it called again?
Bagging.
Bagging, that's right. That's how cool I am, is that I forgot the name of it. But yeah, so I'm a little bit biased towards thinking you're hilarious anyway. But, well, you know, anyway. I like your shirt. There you go.
How long have you been doing comedy?
21 years.
21 years?
That was just something I wrote, though.
Right.
That was just something.
Wait, you've been doing comedy for 21 years?
Yeah, I started in 92.
Wow.
In Houston. Yeah,
Consistently for 21 years?
21 years, never took a break.
Really?
So you used to hang out at the Laugh Stop.
I won Houston's Funniest at the Laugh Stop.
Oh,
I
that's
used
cool.
to be a regular at the
Yeah.
Laugh Stop. And the Comedy Showcase and the Laugh Spot. Yeah, I've done some tours.
The Laugh Stop was probably one of the best comedy clubs, in my opinion, in the world. And then they closed down, and they took all the tables and all the chairs and everything to this other place and put it exactly like how it was. So you walked in, and you're like, wait a second. This is not. It was a trip, man.
They moved from Allen Parkway to WAP.
Right.
Yeah, I was there when it was upstairs
Yeah.
on WAP. Yeah, to do some nights up there.
21 years, so is that's mostly out of Houston and on the road, or mostly out of Houston?
No, mostly on the road.
Right.
Like, I would tour, but you know.
Like you just opened up for Earthquake,
Yeah,
right?
Quake, Chappelle. I was on the Block Party tour with Dave Chappelle, Doug Stanhope, Felipe Esparza before he blew up. Man, Felipe was real cool. Like, I know a lot of cats.
It's awesome.
You're a funny dude, Lil Bro. What do you want to do now? Like, how much material have you compiled?
I've actually done 2 hours at the Laugh Stop. I have it on video. So
Two different hours.
no, 2 hours straight.
Oh, one
Stand-up.
2-hour set.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have it on DVD.
Holy shit.
That's crazy.
Well, if any big producers are listening out there, buy Lil Bro's 2-hour special and then sell it on Netflix.
That's like a motion picture, you know. That's like a.
Yeah.
That's like Jurassic Park,
Right.
but with little bro.
And who wouldn't love? I'm sure. Hey, Iron Patriot, wouldn't you love it if Lil Bro was in Jurassic Park?
I want to say something about him.
No, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't
Hey,
say it.
hey, Tony, do you think it's dangerous for a black guy to do gay jokes because they're kind of known for being homophobic a little bit? But I mean,
Oh my
Great
God.
question right there.
The racist is worried about me being homophobic.
What the
This is
hell?
unacceptable behavior.
I mean, I
Oh.
know anything goes. I'm just saying. I mean, you know what I mean? You just kind of.
I love how he tries to rationalize everything in the end, but in no real way, it just trickles into nothingness. You know, anyway.
What? So you trying to ask him like, what's the point of the joke?
No, I was just asking Tony if he thinks that's dangerous because
No.
a lot of black guys are already kind of homophobic. So when he's talking that way, it might rub some of the people in the crowd wrong. Not me. 'Cause
It makes it
I'm-
relatable for me.
What?
It's relatable now.
Oh, okay, okay.
And I'm not homophobic, but I don't like gay guys that's all aggressive. You know, while you standing there, hey man, hey.
Yeah. I know what you're saying. I know. What
Yeah. You
you're
dig
saying. I
it?
mean, I don't think you're that way. I'm just saying if it might rub some people in the crowd wrong.
No, I have a gay cousin, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, I love how quickly the Patriot dismissed it. Well, oh, okay, gay cousin. All right. Well, fuck yeah, that's Lil Bro. Everybody, are you on
Thank you.
Twitter or something?
Yeah, and Lil Bro, LILBROUGH.
Wow, you
Lil
spell
Bro.
bro the hardest way possible.
That's my last name.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
my dad is Big Bro and I'm Lil Bro.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Any
That's how-
any shout outs you want to give?
Nah.
There he is, everybody. Lil Bro, everyone. It's interesting to start off with a guy that's been doing it 21 years. That's a first.
Yeah.
That's different.
You know, interesting thing about that comedy club, opening weekend, I was there for a show with somebody else, and me and this girl I met in the audience fucked on the couch in the green room, and she left the spot there. And then we came back like 6 months ago and was still there.
Whoa.
That's gross.
Your next comedian, everybody, is Kyle Everett. Kyle Everett, are you here? Well, then you're blacklisted. There you go. That's when you know somebody's been blacklisted.
Do you remember all these people? You write them down?
Yeah, they go in a separate pile, right next to ranch dressing for some reason. I don't know why that's there.
No,
And I
that's
can't
not ranch.
And I can't stop staring at it. Is the weird part. This little spot of ranch dressing. Oh no! Don't do. I know. Red Band loves turning into a 7-year-old sometimes. No! Oh my god! Oh, that better have been your ranch, bro. Ari Manis, everybody. Funny rising young talent.
Oh,
Oh no. Hit it, Patriot. Oh. Poor Ari. He's been working on this great bit that, Alright, what are you, his manager?
That seems like a good idea.
I got him booked for the rest of the night. He's a meltdown. Then after that, he's going to the tea leaf. Anyway. His voice in the darkness, his biggest fan.
It's in like that dark corner over there.
He took the two bus to... Alright. Put your hands together for Andrew Clements. You gotta be shitting me.
Wow.
This room is jam fucking packed. That's awesome. Hit it, Patriot. What's great is when this fucking thing like really blows up like out of proportion, and these people are like, "Hey man, so what's up with the whole blacklist thing?" And I'm like, "You're done for life, dude." And this is on like 5 nights a week.
Right.
Anyway. Omid Singh, everyone. I have high hopes. Oh yeah. Indians are always here. What's up, buddy?
Thank you. I just went to a dry wedding. I think a dry wedding says a lot about the bride and groom. Mostly, it says that they don't give a fuck about you. Thank you. I'm dating right now. The only thing I miss about being single is fucking other women. Thank you. The inventor of Ritalin admitted on his deathbed that he made up ADD. I would have kept reading, but I got distracted. Thank you. Finally, I want to bring back shows from the 80s that haven't been around for a while and just do a couple tweaks to them. I want to bring back the show Knight Rider and take out all of the car's dialogue. So it just looks like a schizophrenic David Hasselhoff talking to his car. Thank you.
That's awesome. Omid.
Omid.
That's hilarious. Omid?
Omid.
Omid Singh. Fuck yeah. How long have you been doing stand-up?
6 years.
Wow.
That was hilarious, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is very funny. He does the comedy store open mic a lot, headlines that show, and he always does very.
6 years in LA?
No, 4 in New York and 2 here.
Yeah. How fun.
That's great.
Yeah. You know you don't need that paper. Is it just kind of like a crutch? It kind of helps you feel more safe because you got it there in case. But you don't
Jesus
need it.
Christ! Busting balls over there.
That's what he does. He's a mind fuck.
Well, I mean, he's good. I mean, I'm just thinking. I don't think he needs that. I think he just—it's like a security blanket, like Linus on Charlie Brown.
Do you need the suit?
Oh, hey guys, take it easy. Take it easy. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're right. People have been suggesting that I get up and do a minute, but you know, I think that's better time for you guys to use.
There you go. Good answer there. Great answer.
I already get enough time to talk. I'm doing comedy all night. I'm more good at conversational comedy. I don't know if I'm good at this type of shit where you stand up there for a minute.
Fuck. I love how he just pushes his microphone farther and farther back as he gets excited through the show. Yeah, man, that's funny as fuck. The what was that Knight Rider one is unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, that's almost
I almost want
that's
to
almost
edit.
an empire.
I almost want to go home tonight and edit all the shit out of the episode just to see what it looks like.
Tag me on it.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm not gonna really do it, but that's how cool
Right.
the idea is.
I would say that that's something you should do.
Yes.
Make that video.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
'Cause
That would be funny,
'cause,
like a little
I mean,
video of that.
It's funny as a joke, but the reason why is because it's funny.
Visualizing it, seeing it, you know.
Right. And so
I'll look into
the whole marketing thing would be it would be something that I feel like would get big on the internet because the word of mouth of that if the videos cut together properly, the word of mouth works because they laugh when they hear it. Hey, this video I watched, man, you know.
Yeah.
Do you have like more?
Alright.
I mean, have you done more examples? Because that's just a good idea, a good formula. Anyways, like
It
like
was-
Three's Company and edit out the girls, so it's just
Yeah.
him and Larry creeping out with some old guy.
The other example was to take Disney characters and take out the Disney character and put the person who's doing the voice. So you're like, oh, Gilbert Godfrey.
Right.
It's not as good as the Knight Rider.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's keep it moving. And he's at Brownman 3000. If anybody wants to send him a tag via Twitter,
Yeah.
at Brownman 3000.
That's his Twitter name?
Yeah, he went for it.
I'm sorry, it was taken already.
Yeah.
Are you a brown man?
Well, he wanted to be Brownman 3001, but that was
He's like, the price is right.
yeah. I've seen this guy before. Put your hands together for Brad Sachs, everyone. There he is.
I.O. Thank you, guys. I recently got engaged. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Get married in a year. 1 year. I said to my fiance, hey, before we get married, can we make a sex tape? And she was like, wait, have you seen my sex tape? I was like, no. Can we make a sex tape? She was like, absolutely. Who's going to play you? Yeah, like she's casting my sex tape. Like, bring in the next Richard Simmons looking motherfucker. Thank you, guys. That's all I got. That's the bit.
Do you remember Mr. Body
No.
in the 70s? Good Body, Mr. Good Body.
No.
Oh, Google him. He would be a great Mr. Goodbody. It's where this guy wore this outfit that you could see like all his muscles or something like that. And he used to be really big in the late 70s, early 80s, and he just hang out with kids. And weird.
Sounds great. Yeah. No.
Are you really getting married?
Yes, I am.
When's your wedding?
Next August.
Next August.
Yeah, 1 year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you actually ask her if she wanted to make a sex tape?
I didn't know.
Were you thinking?
Total bullshit.
Were you thinking about it?
No.
Did you hide the camera and just not tell her?
No.
You think about that?
I was kind of afraid because I know I would probably come in like 2 seconds and then I would just have to put it on loop. So yeah.
It makes good Vine video.
Yeah, it would be a great Vine. I'm gonna use that.
There you go.
Good.
There you go.
Yeah.
You can release your sex tape on Vine.
On Vine.
That's it.
There you go.
I
See?
actually already did that on stage, sorry.
Really?
You do that?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Boom.
Boom.
How about that for the ultimate
Sorry.
twist? hey, here's one you can do. I already do it.
You also kind of look like Art Garfunkel.
Thank you.
Can you sing Bridge Over Troubled Water just a little bit?
You ever heard of The Greatest American Hero?
Yeah, people tell me that. I've heard that one. Not that many people know him, and
Yeah.
You do have an interesting look. I don't know exactly what it is. It's almost like a. It's almost like a. It's like that. It's like the guy from Ghostbusters 2 that talks to the painting.
a little bit. Yeah.
do what you tell me, people.
So if he was a Jew, I guess. He is a
Yeah,
Jew.
he is a Jew.
There you go. Who's that, Jew man back there?
That's Jewopedia right
Oh, it is Jew man.
That's our autistic movie expert, Joshua Meyerowitz, everybody. Put your hands together for Josh. He is Jewish. He's Jewish. Talking about he is Jewish. Like he's like movies needed one more name drop for another good Jew in it. Actually, he's Jewish too. Even the bad ones are Jewish. There's a lot of Jewish people in movies. Are you Jewish?
there. Yes, I am.
100%?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is your fiance?
she is.
Oh.
She's a
Keeping
Jew.
it pure.
It wasn't a big deal to me, though. I would have...
How long have you guys been together?
A couple of years. It got serious we've known each other about 4 years, and then probably got serious, I'd say, like 2 years ago. And and here we are, getting married, getting engaged. Yeah.
Aw.
Thank you. That's
Is that her in the back?
What are you,
No, she's not here.
What are you
Oh.
most excited about this upcoming union?
That's a good question. You know, it's sort of a load off my mind now. You know, like I've sort of turned that off as far as going out to find trolling for women and all. That's over. That's
And by the way you look, you would literally be trolling.
Have her women just troll.
Right, that's too much.
That's a troll.
That's bullshit.
He would be trolling.
There is something very trolly about you.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that.
You also have a look that says both porn star and Game of Thrones at the same time.
Yeah.
You could release a porno just called Winter is Coming.
I'm going to use that.
Actually, I already said it.
You said it.
I wrote it this weekend. I did it on Saturday night for the first time. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, we're not doing anything but doing our material.
I know. That's the first time that's ever happened. Brad,
Well, thank you.
keep rocking and rolling.
Thank you,
Good luck
Anthony.
on your wedding.
Thank you.
Luckily, you have a year. Be careful.
Yeah. I have 11 months to get out of it, basically.
Right. Don't make a baby. Pull out.
She wants a kid bad.
Oh, no.
Because she's a
no.
little bit older. She's like, let's just get this going right away. So
She's a little bit older.
How old is she?
she's
74?
she's 39.
39.
nice.
She really wants a baby.
She wants it like now.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, just put it in, just shoot it right
Oh, yeah.
inside me. So, do not pull out ever.
Oh my God.
You should talk about that.
Yeah, definitely. What's your strategy for that?
I do.
How do you avoid not having a baby?
No, I'm ready. I said fuck it, because I'm 39 too.
Oh.
So I like kids. You know, I figure if I don't do it now, then maybe
You're 39?
39.
Wait.
Wow.
And you're from Ohio, right?
I went to Ohio State, but I grew up in New Jersey.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great.
That's close. And probably graduate in 93?
I graduate high school.
Yeah.
92.
92.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. she wants a kid so bad she's got an app on her iPhone that took our pictures and morphs them together and spits out a picture of what the kid
I
will
was
look
6
like.
years old.
Yeah.
I know, man.
I feel old as fuck when I hang out here. I'm like,
It's so
Jesus,
hard for
everything.
me. One thing I'm learning as I grow up is that it's hard to play it cool when you're like say for example 29. You're just walking away, assuming that
I don't want
this is gonna be a huge
to. I don't
insult.
want to take everyone's time. You know, I'm.
You're fine.
All right.
Stay in the pocket, Brett. Don't freak out.
No. I don't want everyone to be like, hey.
Remember,
that
there's a
kid's-
lot of people already blacklisted.
That's true.
Willie,
And that's just the list of blacks that the Iron Patriot doesn't like.
So you see what I mean? I always set them up for those jokes. Yeah.
you guys realize I'm 39 also. You're making me feel bad.
Well, actually,
you're-
I did want to get back to it. I'm glad you segued me back into that thing because I'm finding it harder as like right now I'm 29. Okay, you guys are 39. Willie, how old are you?
I turn 27 next week.
Wow.
God. As a girl, you'd be too old for me.
It's yeah, Willie's a cougar at this point.
Right.
But I find it so hard to play it cool. Like when somebody says 39, like I just want to be like, oh god.
Ooh.
But I can't do that, you know, or else I'm a dickhead.
I just do it.
Yeah, I'm
He knows
sorry
how
that it
old he
hurts
is.
your feelings.
They know how old they are.
By the way, I'm gonna be 39 eventually, hopefully. If I mean, I'm gambling on
Why
the
were
fact
you
that all these Surgeon Generals are wrong about the cigarettes that I smoke packs of a day. And hopefully they're wrong, and I'm gonna make it to 39, and there's gonna be some shit talking
Make
little
it to
punk.
39.
Yeah, you're gonna be talking shit about me being 50.
Oh yeah, that's
It continues.
pretty great. Oh my god. That was Brad Sachs, by the way. He's at Brad Sachs on Twitter, talking about my fiance. That's Brad Sachs, Sachs. Interesting last name. Put your hands together for Michael Lenoci.
Hey, what's up, guys? My girlfriend, she dumped me, and then right after she dumped me, a few weeks later, she started dating a professional football player. So after I found out, I went home and I deleted him off Madden. Fuck you, bro. You could have her, but you won't be a part of my franchise. I won like 5 Super Bowls in a row. I was at my commercial agent's office, and we filled out this survey where you had to like rate yourself 1 to 4 in areas that you're really good in, like stand-up, improv, and then there's questions on there like hula hooping. Like who the fuck's like a movable 4 hula hooper? Like that's so stupid. Then there's one on there that's called fire eating. I'm pretty sure with fire eating, you're either a 4 or you're dead. There's no in between with fire eating. Like there's no one walking around with half their face missing. Like what the fuck's wrong with that guy? Oh, he's a level 1 fire eater. Okay. All right. That's fine.
Fuck yeah. Michael Lenoci.
Wow, perfect minute.
Yeah, nailed it, right?
Yep.
59? Oh, wow. 1 minute, point
I've been
2.
practicing all week. You know?
Wow.
I'm just like, let's get this perfect.
What was the first joke again?
Madden joke.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny
Yeah,
because
there's definitely more to that. That's
Yeah.
definitely tag-worthy.
I just met somebody that their ex is a really famous professional football player, so I'm kind of like in a backwards version of that right now. Like I'm thinking like the
There's a lot of
ex-boyfriend is like a guy that he's actually I think 320 pounds and
Yeah.
he's like 7 feet tall. I mean it's imagine how. So there's a lot of material to write about that.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah, I kind of want you to keep going with that scenario.
Yeah.
You know, like you delete him off Madden, like he's still fucking your girl. So you still lose at the end.
Yeah.
I was hoping to like go to that route, you know.
Right. That, I mean, there's so many
Like
places.
finish
you
the
can
story,
go.
you know.
Right. And, you know, she left you. Okay, I gotcha. Is how, yeah, you know what might be great? This is weird. No, there's way too much setup, forget it. No, it's like maybe there's something in the fact that you hope that they make a baby, because with his physical genetics and her, that's how close I am to the tag.
The only thing I was thinking is
competitive.
how horrible it would be if I forgot to delete him off Madden and I was playing one day and he like intercepted me or something. Like I feel like that.
Oh yeah, that's
that
great.
would be worse. Like I don't. You fine, you fucked her, but like to now intercept me too. Like that's
Right.
rubbing it in my face.
Right.
I played with it, but I don't know. I gotta.
Well, yeah. Well, that part should definitely be somewhere mixed in there.
Or you play as him and you make him just a complete idiot. Like just make him go in circles and stuff like that, throwing the ball and hitting referees and stuff.
Right. Change his position to a kicker.
I changed all his attributes. Horrible.
Yeah, that's fun. And then the second joke was about
The questionnaire, remember he went to you're going to be working on advertisements and commercials, and there was a question about a hula hoop.
Yeah, I remember because I wrote it. So yeah.
That reminded me of when I went to Central Casting. I had to fill out one of those things, and they ask you if you'll get naked, or and different weird questions.
Did you say yes?
No.
why wouldn't you get naked on film?
Well, I'm scared my banana might just shoot right up in the air. It would be embarrassing.
Do you trim down there?
Do I what?
Do you trim down there?
Oh yeah, I trim it. I keep it looking good.
Awesome.
Hey, did you notice I read them? Just a side note. Did you notice they just upheld the court decision that they got to continue wearing rubbers in porn films?
Yeah.
They tried to fight it. They have to keep that peel on the banana.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I personally
This
have
whole
no-
banana reference with your dick is so creepy. Oh my god. Not as creepy as that laugh though.
Oh, don't call me creepy. I hate when people call me creepy.
Oh my god.
You won't like it when it's
Oh
creepy.
man. I think we just learned a lot about what he looks like under that suit.
Come on.
I hate it when people call me creepy.
Come on, man. America needs me right now. Don't be putting me down like that.
He's a level 4 creepy right
Yeah.
there.
Oh shit. Yeah, how long have you been doing stand-up, Michael?
3 years next month.
Wow. Where are you from?
South Florida.
Ooh. Wow. Did you start there?
No.
You started here?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, cool, man. Well, keep rocking. That's funny stuff. Definitely extend that Madden stuff.
Yeah.
You got a whole thing there.
I really like the hula fire thing. That was good too.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Then there's probably more on top of it. There's so much you could do with a football player. Fucking, I don't know. Put your hands together for Carlos De Jesus, everybody. Carlos is an
What's up, guys? I miss hanging out with Asian people. I do. I used to have a lot of Asian friends. Then I stopped breakdancing. And they all went away after that. It's crazy. I work here at the Comedy Store. I'm a bouncer for some reason. I don't know why they chose me to do this job. Sometimes they make us work, and I'm not a big fan of that. The other night, we had an urban show for Tuesday, and basically what that is, it's a black show. Alright? So, there was this one white guy in the audience, and he's there with a black woman. And so the host goes around, and he's like, hey, how long have you been with a black woman for? The white guy responds, what's your problem? N-word? Yeah, completely fucking tense. Completely tense. Everybody's looking at me in the room like, you should go do something before, anything happens. And I'm thinking, I'm not gonna run down there and get my ass kicked alongside with him. I didn't say shit. It's not my fault. My whole move was just to record it, upload it to World Star Hip Hop, and then leave. That's all I was gonna do. That's my joke, guys.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bless you. God bless you. Well, what are you allergic to over there?
I think I got allergies all of a sudden.
Fuck yeah.
Sorry.
That's strange.
Sorry.
It was the strangest sneeze I've ever heard.
No, her allergies just now.
Fuck yeah. So you told it like that was probably like a true story.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it like a rant. Like,
Everybody wants to know, everybody's gonna want to know what ends up happening after that. Like the fact that your goal is to put it on World Star Hip Hop sounds like the setup to a bigger joke. Does that make sense?
It does make sense.
What happened after that?
Well, basically, he saw
The guy who said the N-word puts on an Iron Patriot suit and walks away.
That's the joke.
There it is.
Well, I mean, we need the Iron Patriot to get a little bit
Yeah.
more famous before
exactly.
it works on stage.
Or just
I
show
see
up
what
to
you're
all
saying
of his shows.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
So what did happen after he said that?
Well, basically, like, because the guy has been with this woman for 10 years. So when he saw he was talking to her, like, he saw that, like, this guy isn't really racist. He was just saying some shit to, like, kind of, like, stir it up, get along with them. I don't know why you would do that. But, like, that, it was like that. And so he just basically deterred it before anything happened. That's all that happened.
So nothing happened.
No, yeah, nothing.
Everybody was laughing because he saw this
kinda.
guy.
It was tense. Nobody was laughing.
Oh.
It was just kind of like nothing happened. Nobody got their ass kicked that night.
Right.
That would have been me too.
Was it like a little white guy or a big
It was
white
like
guy?
it was like skinny, probably about 6 foot tall German guy.
How skinny? Like really
Like your
skinny?
guys. Like your guys.
My size skinny?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got a
Got
huge
ass
set of
kicked.
balls. Wow, that's a huge set of balls.
Yeah.
My size skinny.
Yeah.
Dropping the N-word at an urban show?
Yeah, I know. I didn't know what to do either. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
I love how
So you have to immediately assume that this guy has a weapon on him of some kind.
Exactly. Oh, I'm so glad shit didn't go down.
Yeah. I just love how you call it an urban show. I never said
Yeah.
that.
That
what
is
they
a
call it.
very inside the business type of terminology.
Yeah.
They call it an urban
What would you
show.
call it besides that?
yeah, Iron Patriot. What would you call it?
I knew what he was talking about when he said that.
No, but what would if you had to use another word for urban? What would you choose?
Yeah.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
I don't think you understood the question.
That is
What would be if you, let's say you're a thesaurus, okay, and black and urban are already taken. What would be your next descriptive word?
Reach the next generation.
Oh my god!
This is unacceptable behavior.
Oh my god! Wow, that's amazing.
the saddest part is that's pretty good. Can't do anything about it. Just hope that no one calls me that.
What would you have done had you been working the door and you heard, you know, I mean, obviously you wait and you.
I would have escalated. Get him!
Oh yeah,
That's
that's a great way to go.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Right.
just you join the group. That's what I always do.
Yeah, but I would have been the only light-colored guy in there besides.
But you'd have been down for
Right.
the cause.
Yeah, I mean,
There you
I
go.
still want to get my ass kicked.
Yeah, because you joined the people. Have you ever been part of a stomp out?
Yeah, they're great.
They're awesome when you're the person throwing kicks in.
That's true. That's true. I'd be the last one in there.
Yeah, no one goes to break up a stomp out. You join a stomp out.
That's very true.
And that's what I would do in that situation.
Fuck yeah.
I would just yell, get him!
Take all that shit and turn it into something with that whole thing and that whole story. That's Carlos De Jesus. You on Twitter?
I don't have to.
Oh, he doesn't have Twitter, everybody. There you go. Put your hands together for Tommy Lee, everyone.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, okay. I hate getting called a creep too, man. It's terrible. It's the worst, dude. It sucks. I mean, I got called a creep the other day, like, for no reason. Like, it's like I bumped into you, and you just spilled your drink all over me, and, like, I'm the creep somehow. Like, it's the worst thing ever, because, like, as a guy, getting called a creep is like the C word, right? It's, like, offensive. Because, like, your night is over after that, right? Because every woman just agrees with that woman that you're a creep for the rest of the night, and they just validate what she said to you. They're just like, yeah, I bet he touches kids too. Yeah. Oh, those are child molester shoes right there. Yeah. Oh my God. What the fuck are child molester shoes? It's like, what did I do? I'm just standing here. That's it, guys. Thank you.
Yeah, those aren't child molester shoes.
Because you have the same pair on?
No.
No.
Let me see if I got my child molester
They're a
shoes
little
on.
bit more.
I got child molester socks on.
Oh yeah, you do. Holy shit. You boys like
lemonade?
Let's talk about that shirt for a moment, shall we?
The child molester shirt?
Yeah. Like, did your dad give that to you?
No, I bought it. Actually, my mom got it for me.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
Have you been called creepy before?
Yeah.
Jeez. I'll take that as a yes. Yeah. Oh my god, that exploded from your spinal cord.
I feel like it's happened to like a lot of guys for like no reason, you know.
It never happened to me.
No, it really doesn't.
I never I know when I'm over getting towards that threshold of being creepy. I don't think you know.
I think it happens to you and foot fetish McRacist next to you over there. What do you? I have a great question. Patriot, do you have a yellow dress shirt like this hanging up in your closet for when you're not in the suit?
I have a shirt similar to that.
What do you?
I probably iron it better when I pick it up.
Oh, damn! You just got burned from the Patriot.
I know.
He doesn't even have any weapons. Oh, that's great. I love that sound.
The burn sound?
You just got burned. I love sound effects.
They're stupid.
They make me so happy. Fuck, Tommy, what did you talk about?
I can critique something you don't remember.
Oh yeah, the.
Did you write that just now?
No.
Okay. That was weird they used the creepy thing. That's good.
You say the word creep so many times in the bit that I'm wondering if you're sponsored by like TLC or something. I was like, are you trying to bring that song back? Is this like subliminal marketing?
No.
How often would you say, if you had to guess, per month, does somebody call you a creep?
Oh, it's not like a regular thing. It's happened before, and it sucks.
Did it happen one time when somebody spilled coffee on you, or?
No, I was at a bar, and I was waiting in line for the bathroom, and a girl bumped into me and spilled a drink on me, and she got mad and called me a creep.
Oh.
For no reason. Just,
What'd you call her?
I was like, I'm sorry.
Did you apologize before or after she called you a creep?
I think after, because I was like, I thought I did something wrong, but I didn't, you know? I don't know why, I just said I'm sorry.
Wow, you're such a pussy.
Yeah. I know.
My response would have been, I'm not a creep, you're a fucking dumbass. You just spilled your drink on me, you dumb piece of shit, lady.
Lady, clean it up at the end. Lady. Can't bitch, lady. Lady.
Fuck yeah. I would lose that shirt, bro. Okay. I really would. This is the part of the show I like to call lose that shirt.
I think everyone's mom says you look good in yellow, but that doesn't mean you should wear it.
Right.
Okay. It's alright, you just don't wear the shirt.
Yeah. Save it for Easter or something.
I like pastels.
It is an Easter shirt, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thanks.
He's a Tommy Lee comedy on Twitter. That's Tommy Lee.
I think something we learned from this show is the way you dress is just as important as your jokes. Because remember that guy that had the hole in his pants and stuff?
It definitely works for you.
Yeah, if you look very tight, like if you have like your, like you're dressed up for church,
yeah,
you're going to give out kind of a vibe of that's, while you're on stage. That's definitely a church look, which is also can be filed under pedophile. Church and pedophile go hand in hand, so it's sort of like full circle there. So there you go. Your next comedian is Eddie Malden, everybody. It's Eddie Malden as we move forward. Oh, he's coming from deep into college. What happened?
Alright, hey guys, how's it going? If I shiver a little bit, I'm not nervous. I get cold really easily because I am what doctors call a pussy. Gotta stop going to my dad for medical advice, so that's all right. Let's see, what do I want to talk about? A lot of my friends are having kids, which is kind of weird. I'm very young, and I know I'm not ready to have kids. I've got it all planned out, though. I know what I want. When I have kids, I want to have 3 beautiful black daughters. Yeah. Or I may just hire some backup singers. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. One's for you, Iron Man. Yeah. Getting pretty excited, though. Pretty excited. I'm working on a book. I'm really into photography. It's coming out soon. You guys can look for it. It's going to be called There's Waldo. It's just him hanging out at the beach, chilling. You know. Fantastic. All right, we'll end it on that. Let's do that.
Well, yeah, whoa. You made the bear come out. It ends on the kitty meow. Nice to meet you, Eddie. How long have you been doing stand-up?
About 3-4 years. Yeah.
From here?
South Florida, and I moved out here about a year ago. Yeah.
And there's a lot of comedy in South Florida,
Yeah,
I guess.
it's all happening.
Not really.
A lot of people taking their talents to South Florida.
Yeah, I guess LeBron started something.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So,
You a fan of like the heat?
not a big Heat fan. Not
What's your favorite thing about South Florida?
favorite thing. The racism is. I'm on the right side of the fence, so that's kind of nice.
What side of the fence is that?
White.
Why am I put up here in this situation? Is this like a big joke on me?
This is unacceptable behavior.
Thank you.
All right, yeah, that's the one. I love that.
Uh-oh.
What
I do love,
What do
like-
they call that sound? That thundering one.
Thunder.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. First of all, South Florida is an interesting place. Have you ever been there, Iron Patriot?
I think it's funny how he talked about. No, I haven't been. My mom's been to Florida, where she worked with J.C. Penney, but I haven't been there.
She went with who?
With J.C. Penney, she used to work with J.C. Penney. She went for a model.
The J.C. Penney?
Yeah,
Steve J.C. Penney? Wow.
Wait a minute. You said model?
my mom.
Oh, went to Florida with J.C. Penney?
Yeah, she worked for J.C. Penney. She went to Florida where there was like a model shoot. She was in charge of the artwork and for the photography, the models and stuff like that. But I've never been to Florida. I've always wanted to go.
Was she upset when you worked at Sears?
That is a great question. I can't believe you. That's a great
You're
question.
hanging out with J.C. Penney and then your son.
But I wanted to say something. You know what I thought was funny about your joke is you basically said you want your wife to give birth to the Supremes. Stop in the name of love before you break my heart.
I can tell he almost didn't commit to that song.
Halfway through.
Before you break.
That's what the Jackson 5
Then you had to
did that.
follow
You had to
through
go
after
to
he
kids
started.
with the Jackson 5. I mean, that's not too way off. People do that shit.
You know, there's other groups other than just that one group. You know that, right?
Yeah.
That you saying the Supremes actually falls under accidental racism.
But he
It's
said
just like that one group.
three black women that he wanted. Like you could
enough-
have said TLC maybe or something.
I would probably just lose that joke. By the way.
Yeah,
That's a
I was
pretty-
gonna say
that's a pretty bad joke.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It seems like it's unnecessary.
I'm not saying this as a black man. I'm saying this as a comedian.
Yeah, I think it's just. It's like when you say you want 3 black kids. It's like, oh, here we go.
A little much.
Yeah, and then when you get to the actual payoff, it's like that's not even funny.
It's
So
like,
why even throw that pee in the pool? You know, like unless it's fucking awesome, you know, then it backs up even the idea. I don't know.
My thing is, if you're gonna be racist, be racist.
Right.
Yeah. Some more
Thank you,
racism.
thank
But
you.
not like, hey, Willie,
Yes.
but not like Kramer though. Don't go that crazy.
Jesus, isn't that
Yeah.
the pot calling the kettle black? Literally.
Pot calling the kettle the N-word.
Oh my
All
God.
right, that was just
That was a cackle.
like a white hate cackle. Kind of a witch.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, there's something of maybe there's something there. Like if you want 3 black daughters, that you could raise them to be background vocalists or something.
Yeah, I think if I sell it better, a lot of it is on the turn. I'm kind of trying to set up like a real wholesome kind of setup and then twist it. So I might have rushed it. I don't know.
It's a racist joke. What are you trying to be wholesome about?
Well, so, yeah,
It's a racist joke for the kids.
Setup.
I'm sorry.
I agree with Willie. I think that I just, if you want to try to rewrite it and stuff like that, whatever. But
I might toss it.
maybe just write it.
But I do like where your head's at, and I know where you're getting, from point A to point B. But maybe it's like a different type of, subjects. Scenario. But I know where you're going. It's a funny premise, but it's just
maybe choose Asian. They're easier to pick on. Just kidding.
I think you have fun. You have a good delivery system. Everything else is good.
Presence.
You know what I mean? Totally. That seems beyond 3 years. So definitely just keep chipping away at writing. Do you write a lot?
Yeah. I got a lot of those. Are mostly like one-liners.
Right.
I have I have a lot of bits. And more stuff like that. So
how much material? Like if you had to max out and do as much.
Like good tested stuff. Probably like 20, 25.
Right.
Yeah. So
there you go. That's great. He's right on par. 3 years. Eddie Malden, everybody. He's at Eddie Malden on Twitter.
I got it.
Oh, this is something different. Mogali, everyone. Mogali. Oh, this is the super racist guy from a few episodes ago. He said the N-word.
That's true. I have said the N-word. I am from North Miami. I'm not afraid of it. I will say my set is going to start with something different, though, tonight. I'm working on a data set. I'm going to keep it separate until it's ready.
Oh, my God, he just said
But
it
I will
again.
say, I just moved out to LA recently from North Miami, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm going to know the first thing about being Indian. This is true. But I didn't realize there's a lot of Indians that work in background in LA, and I got picked up for an episode of Arrested Development recently. And I got to set, and they all came up to me, and they're like, "Oh, my God, it's so nice to meet you. I can't believe you're the star of the show today. What is your name?" "My name's Bunka Chicka Bunka." I was like, "What?" I said, "My name's Michael." And they're like, "Michael? Where did you get a name like Michael?" I was like, "I was named after Michael Jackson." And they're like, "What? Oh my God, don't you realize you're Indian?" I was like, "You don't think I know I'm Indian? My mom's got a fucking mustache." Honestly, if my mom grows out a beard, we look identical. It's ridiculous. All right, thanks a lot.
There you go.
I can tag the shit out of that.
Well, that's that. Next person.
If you believe that, then I guess you have it all figured out to begin with.
Well, you came back with the same joke as you did last time, but it was, you added that one. I don't remember you doing the mustache part last time.
I didn't have time to finish. So I
okay.
ruined it by starting with shit.
Right. It's a very long build-up.
Very, very long for.
But a big laugh.
Yeah.
I mean, and it just ends in, what I
hate that fake voice.
When it ends at hairiness, I'm just, an Indian hairy joke. We know it's coming. I like the mustache, but I don't know. I'd almost try to find a segue out of that topic as fast as you can, because if you're just going to be another fucking Indian guy talking about body hair for.
Well, what I do is I segue out of that, and I say I'm not your stereotypical Indian, really, and then I go into some jokes that are just normal.
That are like stereotypical.
You even think I need
other-
it? Because I feel like every now and then I'll do a set, and if I start without doing an Indian joke,
I like the line. You don't think I'm a fucking Indian? My mother has a mustache. Like it seemed like you were passionate about it.
I do like
you
the
can almost
line.
Just
You
say
can
that at any point.
just say that line rather than that long setup.
And going through that fake accent part just kind of makes you go, oh, here we go.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, don't even do the accent ever again.
Yeah.
Really, it's not worth
And
it.
you go back and forth. The only people that are going to chuckle
people are
at stereotypical Indian accent are idiots anyway. So
Oh my God.
you don't want them to like you.
Nice.
You know what? I kind of like the accent.
Should I start doing
Well,
it?
there you go.
It's only funny when white people do it, I guess.
Yeah. Doopy 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 doopy. Doopy doopy doopy. Oh, I are doopy doopy Indian. Doopy doopy Indian.
That's my. Is that not a? I'm not. I've never been known for my impressions.
It's very comical the way you did it. Don't try to do it like, because the accent itself is funny. Don't try to make the accent the whole joke.
No, definitely. 'Cause it ain't happening.
Try that part out.
Yeah.
Like
Really
I'm gonna
squeeze
try
it
without
down.
the accent. I've never even tried without the
That
accent.
little piece, just that one little line, just find a place to throw that in somewhere and just use that one line. You know, that's great. You don't need the whole setup about Arrested Development, meeting somebody. I think you just need that one line.
Yeah.
So wait, the one line being
The mustache.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, because that's the only funny part in that whole story.
True.
So might as well just take that piece out, find somewhere else to throw it in, and then that whatever joke you throw it in, it's going to blow that joke up.
But I think, because I've seen him go up before, that this joke is longer than
It is.
and
Because
the Arrested Development part needs to stay in there, but
yeah.
he just needs to clean up. There's so much like nonsense, like Michael Jackson. You throw that out. The
Yeah.
accent, throw that out. You know, you say, "Hey, my name's Michael." And he's like, "Don't you know you're Indian?" And then you can do that joke, and then you can keep going on throughout the bit. It's just so long, you know.
Yeah.
I think that Dion used to say on the set all the time. He's like, "Well, it's a long walk for a drink of water."
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So would you say? I guess I'm getting a little bit mixed here. So is it worth the setup for the punchline, or just cut a
That's
little
part of
bit
the
out?
longer joke. You
Yeah.
have to keep that set up.
Yeah,
'Cause go ahead and say the rest of the joke.
Well,
What's
the longer joke is that it was like an Indian mafia that was working on set. Like these
Yeah.
guys, like they came up to me and they were like, "Oh, we're all from outsource," and I was like, "Outsource? You guys from India?" They're like, "No, it's a different TV show. They brought us over on the set," and I was like, "Oh, this is cool, you know." But the hardest part was that I haven't really developed it all together.
But what's the
yet, but-
punchline of the end of the whole joke?
Oh, well, the end of the whole joke is that I talk about being an Indian goat herder on set, and needless to say, none of them wanted to be my friend for the day. My only friend on set for the rest of the day was a goat, and that's really it. But
You know
it's
what,
true.
just-
I
just
sat by
cut the
myself
beginning of the
day.
joke,
Yeah, so I took that part out.
And I'm trying to think of what would be funny because hairy mom jokes are a dime a dozen. So when you ask whether it's worth it or not, I would say it's worth it. If your mom had a mustache, I would really fucking break that open and talk about different things, like how maybe Indian women are at an advantage if they ever want to be a tranny or something. It's like they already have the mustache, like it's like they already have a pat on the back from God, like go ahead to the other side of go be a guy for a while.
Great stuff.
Well, yeah, well, luckily my mom doesn't have that filthy gene that you come from, so I can't do the joke because my mom's not that hairy because she's a fucking American hero. Hey, that's a shout out to my mom. What's wrong?
Yeah, that's good.
And you're an Indian.
Yeah, true. This is true.
Anyway, good job. There you
Tell
go.
me we had that same
Oh.
discussion when David Taylor was on here and about Sarah. Remember we had that same discussion about if you want to kill Tony, don't hit all the stereotypes that are just obvious. He's not going to get killed by that.
Oh, that's interesting. I like his knack for branding. If you want to kill Tony.
Yeah.
That's so funny. There you go.
Well, I
There he
appreciate
is.
it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yep, Mogali, everybody.
Yeah.
I like how you have your Mowgli.
At M Mowgli, MOWGALI.
Oh, Jesus. You're making me hate you right now. Go, get away. I hate it when people go like this with a mic. Like, why would you ever? Dookie dookie.
Do your impression of Mowgli.
Doopity doopity Indian doopity.
I'll be laughing about that for weeks.
All right, let's move on to our final segment of the show. Every week we have two regulars that come on, and they've been with us for most of the episodes. And the high majority, I think they both only missed one, actually. Or something like that. But it's always fun. We've been building them here over a long period of time. I believe this is our 12th or 13th week doing this. And so starting off, as always, up first, sit here since the first episode of Kill Tony, and she's here once again. Put your hands together for Sarah Mostadjave.
Hi guys, so I just got my own apartment. That's about as much support as I was expecting. It's been really sad. I've kind of been drinking like a lot. Like I drink at home by myself every night. And it's just kind of like if I have to get a fucking paper bill for a wireless service, I need to be drunk. Like I can't handle it. I didn't start drinking until I was about 25. Because I didn't like the way that it made me feel. But as I got older, I realized I never liked the way I feel, and I might just be drunk the whole time. I every night I get real hammered by myself, and I just think about you know, the one that's always loved me. I really miss my dog, you guys. Fucking sad. When I moved in, I saw that there was a pre-K school next door, and I thought, even though my neighborhood's kind of suspect, it would be a little safer, and I was really relaxed. And then I realized yesterday it was a state pre-K.
It was a state pre-K?
Yeah, what the fuck do you have to do to get to be sent to state pre-K? And then it goes into like tags with what preschoolers would have to do to get sent to state.
What would they have to do to get sent to state?
Well, the quickest, and this is just something I mean, I've been working on this bit like all week. Like I've been trying to find something that's funny about that. And what I thought of today was be like, yeah, Jimmy's gonna be gone from class. He's been sniffing the glue sticks. He's been sent to state. Something. Sorry, I just try to be. I've been working on it, so
What was the joke before the pre-K one?
I did the one about like drinking alone and like thinking about the only one that's ever loved me, and it's like my dog. It's kind of like you think I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm sad about a dude. Nope, it's a bitch.
Sort of. Well, sort of. I mean, I guess.
It could be funnier, but that's fine.
Well, I mean, it could be less depressing, also.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be depressing. I'm just trying to be like real. So I'm trying to work on making the stuff that I think can feel funny. You know.
You might want to cut out one of the 4 I am drinking alone.
Drinking alone. Yeah.
You said that like 4 times.
Yeah, no.
She misses her dog.
Yeah, it's fucking me up, man.
Hey Sarah, what if you get a new dog, put peanut butter on your pouch, and let the dog
Whoa,
lick it off?
what the fuck?
Wow.
That came out of nowhere.
What is happening?
Can I just say that your impeccable racism today has been very American patriot. Good job, America. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a way to turn the
Yeah.
turn the
It's
page.
my Patriots world. Everybody else just lives in it.
Whoa! Somebody's meds are running off right now.
Malfunctioning happening.
Are you like the Tin Man? Do we need to like oil you so that you're not dysfunctional?
What the fuck?
What?
I think you might just want to keep it at a minute. And now, what else? What was the joke before the?
There was a lot of narration, I thought, again, where you there was a lot. I mean, I think it was 30 seconds. I looked over to you, got to like a joke, or maybe I missed the joke, but
You were hard umming too. But these are all common things of being new. I mean,
I know. To be honest with you, I get so much more nervous here because I actually care what you guys think than I do at like other like open mics or shows that I do. It's crazy. It's because I did that bit all week long and it's been good, but I'm just a little retarded.
No, don't say that.
no.
No, I mean I'm working on it. That's why I'm here. So,
yeah.
cut some of that fat off. Clearly.
I don't know what that means either. Yeah, that's what we do here. What was the first thing that you talked about before the depressing dog thing?
That I usually say that I got a new place, and usually like nobody says anything, and I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of support I like. You know, like it's just kind of that's a hot crowd. You know, I kind of I recognize that.
Yeah, you don't need to do that either.
Yeah.
Oh.
You want to start off with a boom.
Yeah.
Not what the fuck?
Well, I get.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's another thing that's very common early on. I mean, most people it takes years before they even realize they do it, or before somebody tells them.
I've just seen like higher level people do it, and I would like I try to.
And those are the people on their way down.
Oh.
Those are the higher level people that maybe got too much too fast and sold their soul. And they got credit, so now they have a good spot, but they're never going to maintain it because they're not genuinely good, and they haven't learned through the bad habits of doing things like hard umming and doing things as easy as saying something that won't get a reaction and then making the joke off that.
Right.
I mean, if it's going to hit, it has to be epic, epic, epic.
Right.
Willie, is this your first time seeing Sarah?
She went up last night.
I did the open mic yesterday.
Do you remember, or did you watch it? Or?
You watched it then. That face is great. Yeah.
I mean, I was there.
That face says cigarette break. That's I think what happened during.
No, I was there. I mean, sometimes I just zone out.
Right.
Thanks. I'll be in the bathroom cutting myself if anything.
We can always count. I believe that's our
I think that's your set next week, right?
9. You love making cutting jokes.
I just think it's fun. Sorry, I think darkness is funny.
Yeah.
I think just being really what I really am.
How do you guys feel about it? The cutting comment.
Are you really dark? Do you still cut?
Why do you laugh?
It's I just.
Do you get wet when you see a knife?
You ever go cuts to butts? Okay, well that's I think I really don't know where to. I feel like part of this isn't always us tagging you. I feel like in this part of the show, like it's like nipping those habits in the bud. You know what I mean? And reinforcing that sometimes is fun. I don't really know if since you're doing a new 60 seconds every week. Whatever.
I mean, how do you write? Do you you try to drown yourself and then you just wake up and then you just get in the bathtub of water?
It's just all on a bathroom wall.
And all your writing's smeared because of the water.
Knock. Who's there?
It's like the butterfly effect.
Right.
You walk into our
I
bathroom.
write with my own blood.
All right, now you just had to take it there, huh?
Oh yeah.
We're having fun over
I
here.
can't ride the train. Just you
It's
guys.
good
All
to be
right.
dark, but it's still a comedy club, not
No,
a
no, no.
funeral home, okay? We're not like here to pay memoriam to that minute of material that you did.
I guess dark, dark can be funny, but how you give it out, we believe that you believe it. So like if you're doing a joke about cutting, we're like, oh my god. Instead of like you going, damn these cutters. You know what I mean? Like
You want me to Yosemite Sam? I'm cutting myself.
well, if you're going to talk about it, you should definitely do it in a different way instead of making us all go, oh my god.
Okay. Well,
Right.
eventually my vulnerability won't come off as weakness.
Vulnerability won't come off this week.
Are you ticklish?
Will.
No,
I
I
knew
don't
it.
feel anything.
God damn it. See, right there, that's funny. But
Vulnerability always comes across as weakness. Losing the vulnerability,
Yeah.
then you don't get weak. So to think people won't perceive your vulnerability, no, you have to get rid of that. And that's why people do this for years and years and years. Because it takes that long of reinforcement to be able to work that out. You want to keep that, but lose those jokes. Sarah Mostajabi, everybody. There she goes. Hey, she does, I gotta give her credit. She does a new 60 seconds every week. It's not always gonna be pretty. This is a real fucking thing. Have you guys want to judge? Have you ever seen somebody do new 60 seconds? This is all new. It's like a historical moment.
I started. Ever since like the third day
She's exploring new territory.
Of course, totally.
But I
It's
think
always
maybe one time
different. It's amazing.
Why not?
Josh Martin's done this show twice, and he did the same 60 seconds both times.
You know
What a faggot.
Yes, of course, but you're not on a mic right now.
Judge Mutton has a nice chest.
Did you have a question? What about Tig?
No, I just meant that somebody who's like takes a really dark, bad, weird experience in her life
And writes her ass off.
yeah,
until
I know
she
that's
does an
where
amazing
that's
joke.
what I'm doing,
Yeah,
and I'm in
there
it
you go.
for
Of
10
course.
years or however long.
I love it. There she goes again. Sarah Mostajabi, everyone. And that means it's time for our other regular, the very lovely, dropped out of college after being inspired to do stand-up comedy, partly by many forces, herself, her history, my podcast, Bobby Lee.
Black
and
man.
it's always fun to watch her grow, the youthful, the likable, the energetic ball of future comedian stardom that I call Kimberly Congdon, everybody. There she is. Once again.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
Appreciate it. LA has had a really weird effect on my faith because I still pray a lot, but now that I live here, I also smoke a lot. And I don't know if you've ever prayed high, but for me, I get misdirected. Like I just go in a completely different direction. Like, dear God, thank you for everything. Forgive me for my sins. Blah blah blah. Also, that $100 bill I put in the offering on Sunday, it was supposed to be a 10. So if I could get some change, it'd be nice. And then I get pissed because he's ignoring me, and that's just rude. I get an attitude. I'm like, hello, I'm your daughter. He's just like my flesh father.
I love the word flesh father. It's such a funny word.
That's what I used to call my
Just like my
flashlight.
flesh father. Oh, that's so funny. It's a lot of setup.
Yeah.
I don't. Once you make the turn on the ignoring thing, you gotta keep that short. And the front end of it was what was the first part before that?
Yeah, you could probably just say, "Hey, I went to church the other day."
Like praying high.
You get.
I went to church high.
Did you say that you went to church high?
No, I said that I prayed high. That was a true story. I accidentally put a $100 bill in the offering and couldn't go back.
Yeah,
and get
you should
it.
explain it like a true
Totally.
story and just make it real quick. Like I can't believe what happened to me last
Right.
Sunday.
Own it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't tiptoe around. He's like, well,
And I
the
mean-
difference between me and this. No, you did it.
And then you have that true story to go off of. So then
Yeah.
it's almost like it'll prove to you how real he is, because if he's really real and he sees everything, then he knows that I deserve $90 back out of that.
Yeah.
Maybe say you went to your pastor first, and then he wouldn't like give you the money, so you're like, "Can I speak to your supervisor?"
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Cool.
I mean, there's a lot you do.
I wanted to add a few things maybe to it. I wanted to do something about. I don't know.
No, you got it. I mean, just listen to this.
About
and,
like how everyone expects God's voice to be like really big and manly, but what if when he actually replied, it was like, "Well, listen, have you been really bad lately?"
yeah,
You know, like something
mix it
like
all
that.
in, right in that.
Yeah.
But he has to say something funny.
Yeah.
It can't just be.
And a gay list.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
But yeah, keep rocking. That's Kimberly Congdon. That's at Kimberly Congdon on Twitter. New 60 seconds every week from both of our regular ladies. The great at Sarah Dresses and at Kimberly Congdon. Tweet at them and support them as always as the powerful Kill Tony, Death Squad, everything always does. Iron Patriot on Twitter kills it. He's at Comic Patriot on Twitter. Will Hunter Show, correct? Willie, you have anything coming up that you want to promote?
No.
No?
I can't think. I don't know. Maybe.
Coming up next is also we're in September 16th at the in Phoenix, Arizona.
Stand Up
Stand
Live. Go to standuplive.com.
Red Band and I will be there. I'm at Tony Hinchcliffe on Twitter. He's at Red Band. Up next, immediately following this, is our favorite show, The Ding Dong Show. The longest running show in Comedy Store history takes place at 10 o'clock here with the host, the great Don Barracks. And follow him on Twitter at Simply Don and watch The Ding Dong Show. For those of you that are here right now, stay and watch The Ding Dong Show and enjoy it. I'm Tony Hinchcliffe. Have a great day.
Peace.